I always have to scoot over. I feel like I'm very off-centered. Ha-ha. Ladybugs and Yellow Jackets, welcome back. It is Wednesday, and that means it is FAE News Network Day. My microphone's trying to make me eat it. I hope you guys can actually hear me. Can you guys still hear me?
Sure
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep it here because it keeps trying to make me eat it tonight, and I don't really want microphone for dinner. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lily, and I am here tonight with Ion the Leprechaun and Famous Dana the Boggin and Count Morbid, who is otherwise ignoring us as he is wont to do. So, Count Morbid, what happened to your hair? Because I thought the rule was do not cut your own hair whilst in quarantine.
That's why I had somebody else do it, dear.
Oh, well,
Yes.
what?
I have minions for such things.
I had to watch it on the magic mirror.
Oh, yes?
I was like,
So what inspired this haircut of yours?
It was so long.
I mean, but now it's so short.
Yes, well, by the time I venture out, it'll be long again. I don't have a busy social calendar right now. I wanted to be able to feel the wind in my hair.
You wanted to...
This me look like just a skeleton.
Well, one would think that in order to feel the wind in your hair, you must have some hair to begin with.
Hair?
Every year.
I see he has joined us. Baron Hammerhands. I mean, kind of, I guess.
I'm here. How you doing?
You were there, and then now you're like, woo.
Yeah, it's extreme close up. Woo.
Man, I forgot to have water. Extreme close-ups.
Oh.
I like how you guys just were synchronized in that. I mean, you just like took it. You were like, we're going, we're running, we're rolling with that ball.
You go big or go home, right?
I mean,
literally.
Yeah. Right. I see Aladar out there. Hello.
My eyes are hurting so bad because I don't have my glasses.
Well, so we have our regular lineup tonight of course, the calendar of events, and then we have our artist interview and giveaway, I guess, an artist interview, since that's usually the order we do them in, and then we have our news. And so if you are watching, please like and subscribe, because surely you must like this better than the news that is coming out of the land of real at the moment. Okay, I mean,
some of the news in the land of the real is pretty good.
I mean, it's a little cray, but it's also just whew. So if this is even marginally better than that, thumbs up. Pew, pew, pew. Smash that button. And yes, if you are actually watching from, I'm going to put this up here really fast so you guys can see. If you are watching from Ye Old Book of Faces, please go ahead. That link that you see right there on the screen, if you just follow that link, which is StreamYard.com/Facebook, go there and give permissions so that we can see your name. Because if you are watching from the Old Book of Faces and you have not previously done this, then you're just a Facebook user to us. We can't actually see who we're talking to when you leave us amazing comments, which I know you are just dying to do. So now, I know that it might sound a little bit strange to have the calendar of events as the first thing on the show tonight. Well, I'm getting feedback from one of you guys.
Is it me?
What? I don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. We're gonna mute Count Morbid. Ready? Feedback. Nope, not him. I don't think it's you. I see you're muted, Ion. Let's see, Gina. Feedback. I think it might be you, Gunther.
Not I, said the duck.
It is Gunther that I'm getting the feedback from.
He is obviously
So-
not prepared for today with his when he was missing his eyeballs.
His,
It's in
his
his
eye-
ears.
wait, what?
We
His
call
eyeballs?
them glasses.
They're they're anti eyeballs. They're when you say them
I assure
in
you, even the Fae have glasses. I mean, we can call them spectacles or double monocles. I think we call them.
when you say
Double
them
monocle.
when you say them in Spanish, they're called anti-ojos. So anti-eyes
Your auntie's
So-
eyes are where?
on your face.
Hey,
If it's a double monocle,
Mm.
though, if it's a double monocle, is it two monocles that are like this, or
So it's
is
ionical.
it, or is it?
Shouldn't
That was funny. Or is it? You're on a roll tonight, famous Dana.
should be
I-
a dual.
Or is it two monocles like this, sort of steampunk style, right? So
Dana,
where they switch up, that way you can be like,
Dana made rolls.
yes.
It
I-
should be a duocle.
Dana
I
made
found a
some rolls?
missing pair of
Some rolls?
pants this morning. I'm excited.
I mean,
were they mine?
whose
Yes.
pants?
They're mine.
Who has been missing their pants? I don't even know. I barely know what day it is, you guys. I think it's,
I think it's.
I mean,
yeah,
I know
it's a
because I just announced that when I did the intro. So, but give me
Well, if
5
it's not
minutes and I'll
Wednesday, then I
probably
can leave.
forget.
Ha!
If it's not
Oh.
Wednesday, we're not doing FNN, and I can leave.
You know, Cal Morbid, I don't know if I like your attitude.
You know, you don't like anybody's attitude.
I mean, that's not true. I like some people's attitudes.
Usually, when they listen to exactly what you say, when you say,
Apparently,
Yeah,
I'm on a
that's-
roll
that's
today. So
See? No,
I have
so
butterscotch, and I'm very happy about this.
I know, you keep appearing with bags of candy. At first it was root beer and now it's butterscotch. And I'm curious as to where these things are coming from.
They're coming from a shelf that I have right in front of me.
What? You have a magic shelf that just grows candy on it? It manifests candy?
There's
How do I
cinnamon
not
discs
know
over
about
there
this?
too, man.
I want your shelf to manifest Sour Patch Kids.
You know what? It's not that. That's a bit expensive for that shelf. That's all I'm saying.
Ah, yes. That really posh candy. Yes.
Right. Right. At least you know.
Well, there might be an off-brand like Sour Patch Younglings or something. Right.
And I'm gonna eat all of Ion's Peeps that he got for his birthday.
What?
what flavor Peeps did you get?
The marshmallow ones, you know, like every other peep.
The same flavor Peep as all the other flavor
Oh
Peeps?
no!
Peeps have
Oh
flavors?
no! There is
Uh-oh.
now maple syrup and pancakes Peeps, and there's also spicy chipotle Peeps as well. So that's why I was asking, what kind of Peeps they are.
All I remember is the green.
Green, normal, yay!
Ew.
Green, yellow, and pink are like
Spicy
normal.
Chipotle.
I know,
Peeps.
right? I haven't tried those ones. I've tried the maple syrup and pancake ones, though. It was just like a different flavor sugar. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you talking about? It's all sugar.
mhm.
Well, I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, at least I think it was a couple of years ago, and there was a whole bunch of different flavored Peeps, and Lady Ashlanera and the Princess Ladybug and we just got all of these Peeps of many and varied flavors and tried eating them. And then we decided we were going to try roasting them, like marshmallows. And
That's
that
a good way to
was,
start a fire and make
That
lava.
just does not work.
well, I mean, it depends on what your goal is, right? Because they definitely went up in flames. Like,
Yeah, might as well just put them in the microwave if you're gonna do that.
It is kind of brutal.
hello, Philippe. I see you out there. I think I also see our vendor / artist, Jean, out there watching too. So hello to you guys.
Hello to you guys.
Does Duchess Poppy know where I put my yardstick if she's watching?
Hello from the other
I
side.
don't know if she's watching.
very
She may
important
be.
for him to have that
I'm
right
just
now, too,
I'm
as a
just
thing.
testing the yardsticks out in the garden.
Oh, I think Jean might have been asking me questions as if like I knew anything that was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, like when people ask you questions. Yeah.
If it's the one I'm thinking, she started asking me questions, and I was like, "What are you? What? Where? Context? What? Why do I?"
I mean, before you ask Count Morbid questions, you have to pre-qualify them in your head. For example, are you asking about something that's dead? If the answer is yes, continue. It's like we need a flow chart. Actually, this needs to become the morbid questioning flow chart, right? So
well, no. It needs to for several of us. It should be like, who should I ask? And it should be, is it dead things? Morbid. Is it glitter? Is it baking? Is it heavy and on a high shelf? Science.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Does it involve Muggle science?
Yeah, no. Yeah, we need basically a flow chart of possible questions and who to ask.
I think this idea is actually brilliant, and I sort of want to see this flow chart come into fruition.
Yes,
is it dead?
No. Will it be dead soon? Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Is it been smashed in the head to kill it? That might be a different person.
Does it need to be hit repeatedly in the head by a large club in order to be dead? See Gunther.
Does it involve a kitchen? Yes. Dana, does it involve fire in a kitchen? Yes. Lolly.
Is it dead? Do I have to chop it up?
However, if you give her,
can it be cooked?
Yes.
And you know what's funny is you sit there and talk about chopping wood and it being Gunther, but you know who else can do it? The fairy princess can, as long as you give her the proper size chainsaw.
Yes, that's a chainsaw, not chopping.
Yes, it is chopping. It's chopping efficiently, right? You have a whole bunch of little tiny blades, and they are all chopping little teeny tiny bits of wood really fast.
Is it called a chain chop? Is it called a chain chop?
It could be. I like that.
No.
I mean,
no, it's not a chain chop.
It's a chain axe. It might be a chain axe.
So hold on. So if we were to somehow put axes on a rotating chain and chop things with it, we could call it a chain chopper.
Say no more. Say no more.
Gunther says, I know what my next quarantine DIY project is.
That's great.
He's going to build a chain chopper.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know what he's doing. Count Morbid, don't fall. Don't hurt yourself.
Apparently, during the show, it's also Count Morbid DIY time. So.
Jumping on the bed? No more morbid jumping on the bed?
I mean, that can happen very quickly.
Is it going to be dead soon? Yes, Count Morbid.
Count Morbid.
What is it? Bumped his head?
Well, what kind of the doctor said? Figures.
Let's see. Oh, Mama called the plague doctor, and the plague doctor said. I am wondering if Count Morbid happened to see the itty bitty plague doctor sculptures that one of the vendors on the Handmade Home Network was making this weekend. Did I say that right? Yes.
I might have.
It's your show. I hope so.
He says he might have, and he turned.
They were so adorable. They were little, like this big, and they had their little faces and these hoodies. And I am super trying to remember her name is mixing up in my head with another vendor, and I don't want to.
Was it Meadow something or another?
Yes, Meadow Sweet and Broom on Etsy. That is the name of her shop, and she was making itty bitty plague doctors. They were super reasonably priced too. So, I mean, I thought for a second about maybe trying to get one as a gift for Count Morbid, but then I realized that
Woman doesn't need presents.
that's right. You don't buy presents for your enemies,
That's right.
frenemies,
I
frenemies.
assure you,
Frenemies.
I assure you, you do in fact get presents for your enemies.
Especially when there are hundreds of bags of cinnamon
Pine cones, yeah.
pine cones.
Yes, and I seem to recall one time when you gave me an exploding pomegranate for my birthday.
I still have the axe that he tried to use to chop down the Whoville tree with. And
I have completely forgotten to bring water over here, and because I am now talking every single day, my throat is parched. You would think that this might be a cue to Gunther to the rescue. What? Oh, yes. Okay, I see he's off over there and he's going to bring me something to drink. So I keep trying to say that I know that when it comes to events, we are, well, everything's canceled, right? But that isn't exactly entirely, totally true. No straw? I have to have a straw. Right there. Reach right through there into that triangle cup. Straw. Yes, my water. My water is on the way. Gunther is saving
A
me.
cone cup.
What? Oh, I guess it is. What? But you didn't get. Oh, there it is. I see.
magic.
I know. Okay, so hey, hello, Nikki. I see you out there. So. At first, everything was canceled and just everything was crazy. But now people are starting to get the hang of the fact. I mean, some of us were already on top of it, but the world is beginning to get the hang of the fact that events can be converted to be virtual. So where everything was originally canceled, some places are picking up and now hosting online get-togethers, online Renaissance fairs, just whatever it is, online little mini concerts. And oh, look at that! He has a pet rat. Is it delivering the plague?
Right. What? Don't you have a like?
Oh,
It's the opposite of a plague doctor, you see.
Don't you have a rat sitting next to you?
if he has a plague rat, he needs to have a plague doctor too. I mean, that's just
It's a yin and yang thing that way.
So online events. So I know that there are several online Ren fairs / festivals that are supposed to be taking place. With regards to our group, though, we were supposed to have a live event this weekend, which was the Beaster Market / Glow Garden, and where we're going to have a cool neon glow garden egg hunt. And we are converting that to be an online virtual egg hunt on Discord. Our channel is The Hedge, and actually the excuse me, the link for it is on the low bar. If you just look in the description, or depending on where you're at, the description of the low bar, YouTube or Facebook. And so yes, we're going to be doing an online egg hunt. I'm very excited. And I am going to be contributing a personal egg to Sarah Nettle, who asked for that yesterday. She visited on Spill the Tea and read a message for everybody asking people who might be interested in sponsoring an egg that has a special prize attached to it. So she was basically counting on you, Count Morbid.
What?
That's right.
I didn't hear. What now?
You are supposed to sponsor one of the eggs that your knight is going to be putting. Yes, going to be putting into the egg hunt. What do I hear? Who's talking? Who's watching something?
There's no gap. There's no.
It's not I.
Okay. I don't know who it is. I muted Gunther and Dana because I don't know which one of them. Maybe it is. I know it's not Ion.
It is
No.
probably me. There are other people here at my house, and since my house is a plague house and often has people coughing and whatnot, I'm quick to hit the mute button in case everybody, no one wants to hear that.
What do you mean your house is a plague house? Does somebody in your house have it?
Not confirmed, but there are 2 out of the 4 people here who are sick. So
Oh.
someone can't get rid of a cough, and the other person just is still having breathing and icky.
Well, I hope that it's just something like allergies, because what a horrible time for, with the allergy, so many people that have allergies, and then this, and then every time you cough, every time you sneeze, every time your eyes burn or itch,
Yep.
So,
everyone
Somebody
assumes
else who decided to get appendicitis right now, and will probably have to go to the ER. That's
appendicitis.
terrible.
that is terrible.
It was a terrible idea.
Who is
No.
that?
A distant associate of Duchess Poppy, and I'm probably not supposed to talk about it.
Oh, well, I hope whoever they are, they come through it well, and best wishes and health to them. So, and you too, famous Dana, and it must be scary for all of you guys.
You know what's really terrifying about it to me is that every summer for the past 3 years I've gotten a summer cold, and so it's like
Yes, you have.
it was like just before Fairy Blossom last year. I got sick, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, "Oh Christ, this is gonna happen again," and I'm gonna be all kids, and it'll just be a cold, and I'll think that the world's ending.
You have to confess though that a summer cold it's highly appropriate for a mountain troll, right?
Oh.
You
Bad.
you get colds in the summer, as where everybody else usually gets a cold in the winter. But since you live high up in the mountains, it's the reverse for you.
Right. You know what? It's allergies. It has to be allergies. There's only there's only like 1 or 2 places I've ever lived at that I didn't have that. One of them was in the city of Meadows.
Oh, yes.
Where Stormy's from, and then the other one is down south, where they have cowboys and Indians and such.
Yeah, and the house that you used to live in near me had such a unique, diverse number of plants and weird stuff on it that anyone go through the yard and mow, and suddenly,
I would die.
Time.
I would literally die. And then
I
in the
remember
backyard,
this.
then we have the blackberry bushes in the backyard, pollen everywhere. I'm dead again.
Yeah, these guys here
Blackberries
don't
sound
really
tasty.
have allergies. Yeah, blackberries sound wonderful right
Whoa.
now.
I mean, hello, Gunther. Just, that was a hey, legit. So Legit was one of our vendors who was on the handmade home shopping, and we bought. I think it was the very first one that she was on, and we bought mud masks from her, so that there they are. Ion has the mud masks and Gunther has the beard balm, and so we can do an in-castle spa day with the gentleman, and Gunther just absolutely insists that we are not going to be allowed to put him into a face mask.
Why not? He likes
Because I have a beard.
He likes the dirt.
That's right. It is a mud mask. You do like the dirt.
I have a beard. We're not putting a mud mask on my face where there's a beard.
There's lots of space where there's no beard.
Yeah, you got a really big face.
Are you saying I got a big head?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're not wrong.
Imagine
On
having
a
mud
forehead, you got a 5 head. It's fine.
clean up the
He does
horns.
not have a 5 head.
Tiny, right?
Do what?
I said a mud mask to help clean up the horns and make them shiny.
No, there's polish for that.
Well, I mean, that's still a spa day, right?
I mean, sort of. That's more like a Dremel and, get down to it day.
Maybe he uses turtle wax.
It's actually what I use. So,
Turtles.
made of real turtles.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, I just thought that turtle wax was for waxing things like turtle shells and troll horns.
Oh, right. It's a wax specifically for that.
I
That's
think you can use a pencil sharpener for the horns.
Just a tip.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was terrible.
I am groaning so loud. Groan.
Yeah.
I like this
I think
little
we're
brush, though. I found out I have this little brush that's really good for brushing my beard out.
And you're
Otherwise,
brushing your horns.
yeah, I can do that.
we can put the mud mask on your face and the cucumbers on your eyes, and we can put some turtle wax on your horns, and we could put beard oil and beard balm in your beard, and Ion too, because he has a beard as well.
I mean, we also could get the winning lotto numbers from the store, but we're not doing that, are we?
Well, one of these has a greater chance of success, and it isn't the lotto.
That's right. Guess what? I think the chances are about the same.
Well, I mean, math isn't exactly your strong suit either.
That's true. I did just learn to read.
Last year, you've known how to read for at least a year. See, exactly. Even Count Morbid knows.
I didn't guess how Morbid was. He's been at math.
Yeah, I mean, remember, we already established at the beginning of the show that Count Morbid doesn't know anything about anything, and he's not in charge of nothing.
No. It's not that I don't know anything. But I don't care to know anything.
So Holly votes
Oh.
for Gunther's Self-Care and Beauty Day.
See?
You're outnumbered, Gunther. I think you're outnumbered.
Even the audience wants me to do it.
Shit.
And I mean,
After
after the whole patio got nice and cleaned up and organized.
I mean, yeah, I did.
Yeah, see, so now all we need is a nice chair to set you in, of which we have plenty from whenever we bring Fae Hollow into the human realm, or I guess kind of the in-between realm, because it's really at Ren Fair. So it's sort of like, where
Are we doing
time is suspended.
Is that what it is?
What?
I said, are we doing the face mask at Fairy Blossom Festival? That'd be funny.
No, I think we should do it here. Maybe next week.
Everyone should see it.
See what? See you don't think everybody should see the face mask? I don't understand. I feel like I've missed some part of conversation right now. Count Morbid knows more than he's letting on.
Generally speaking, yes.
Yes, because once you do that, then oh wait, it says good friend for Jeeves' sake to wait, what?
I think it's actually Jesus.
Oh, well, I can't. Okay, good friend for Jesus' sake to dig the dust and coal. Ah, here we go. Good friend for Jesus' sake. Forbear. For Jesus' sake, forbear. To dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be ye man I can't read that word.
Spares these stones.
Blessed be, I see it. There's a TH there. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. Man, that's very I feel like I just took an eye test or something so I could,
I was hoping you were
drive the carriage.
You knew how to read.
It was Clary.
I think it's Shakespeare.
I think it says whoever tucks him in is a nice person, and whoever wakes him up is going to be cursed.
Doomed.
Doomed.
So it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, and that means it's almost time to bring in our artist for tonight. Yes, but we have to do our drawing first, and So, and I don't actually quite see her in the wings. So
But we
I'm.
can still bring up the wheel
I
of
think she
names.
commented.
Yes.
I'm not sure if she knew where to go.
I sent her a link for it earlier, a link to click to get backstage. Let me, let's see. So I was going to go ahead.
It's my knife.
It's your sword. It's my knife.
Let's see. I'm actually looking to
With the red handle.
share a picture for last week's. Let's see. I don't know which one it is. Let's try this one. Nope, let's not do this. Let's look first. Okay,
Are you
it's
gonna
that one.
shave with it or something, Gunther?
Sorry.
He's playing with knives again.
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 It's so on brand.
Oh, Dad's knife, yeah.
So this is the drawing that we're doing for. It's from Rigger Crafts, and they were our artists last week. They made these beautiful drop spiral Celtic earrings, and I can't remember. I seem to recall she said something like 2 feet or 3 feet of wire goes into making these that all then gets twisted up.
Into the
So
math.
this is what this is what we're about to do a drawing for. Let me pull up the wheel of names.
Wheel of
This is
names.
where we find out and have to do the song that we don't really have words to, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Spin, spin, spin.
show us the
Okay.
person who will win.
Here we go.
You guys just keep changing
yes.
the words out, man. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
I'm spinning the wheel.
It's going. You guys can see it, right? I mean,
There's
like
a lot of
I did that
people on
right.
that wheel today.
The names have gotten pretty small.
Yes, and I have also learned that we can have a maximum of 50 people on the wheel, at least with this version. I don't know if that changes if we get a pro version of this, but I might have to look into that because we're starting to get over 50.
That's a good thing, though.
It is a good thing.
I mean, it makes it so exciting, right?
I mean, yeah. Why is it still
Can you
spinning?
have
What's going on?
can you have more than one wheel? It's like one wheel identifies each other.
That ain't happening.
Because
Okay,
then we can have 2,500 names.
Woo! We have a winner!
Horn is always so loud. Yes, we do have a winner, Robin and McKenna, and these are actually some of our fair friends from Canterbury, and I believe also they may have secret goblin identities as well, or at least frequent the goblin market down south in Oberon's territory. Congratulations to you guys. You win the amazing, beautiful Rigger Crafts. Yes, I must do. This one I'm looking for. Okay. And now, let me see. Yes, I do. I see her in, or at least we have an. Do we have an extra person? No. Oh no, we don't. What? Gotta click what?
On their name.
Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought for sure I saw her. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, really? I've never done this before.
Hey.
Hey.
Yay!
I know
You have
you.
made it. Hello, welcome, Jean.
I know her.
Are you guys doing
I'm pretty sure that we all know her. Another Canterbury Renfair associate, right? Also
She
an
does
event
look a
that
little
has not
familiar.
yet been canceled.
I
At the end of
figured
July.
I'd put some of my real clothes on so that you guys could recognize me.
As long as you
It's-
have your
it
ears
does
on, we
help.
can see you.
It does help to have your clothes on to recognize you. Yes.
Otherwise, just blinded by the light. Oh, it is.
Wow.
This
Oh,
conversation
was
has
that the
gone
first
there.
morbid joke of the night?
Yes, he likes to have mood lighting.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what his mood is yet, but we'll figure it out.
He's not sure whether the interview is about him or
What?
I don't even know.
I think you cut out and he wasn't able to hear.
Yes. It's dark. I couldn't hear very well.
It's dark. He couldn't hear very well. It's
Okay.
terrible.
So, Jean, if you will, please
I have
introduce
a couple helpers here.
helpers. Can you introduce them and yourself and your business and
yes,
tell
I
people what it
can.
is that you do? Okay.
Okay. Well, over here, I have my youngest little. I'm not exactly sure what she is.
Oh boy.
That was a wild Ren fair. Actually, no, she was 7 days old at her first Renaissance fair. So she is, in all definition, a true fair brat.
That is pretty fair bratish as you can get.
Well, I'm sure you've had some wonderful encounters with her and her Leo pride. She's so she's great. She got a lot of people to get out and have fun at the Shrewsbury Fair when it rained out on Sunday. It turned into she was one of the peasants out in the street just getting muddy.
Peasant.
So it was
It reminds me of Woodstock then.
Mud race. You had like his money is we're like, oh, I'm gonna bring a horse pit.
she went out through the village, and she hawked up so many people for some of the unplanned mud events. It was fun. There was a mud run. There was mud being thrown out in the jousting arena. And then here we got.
I do not think that would be my type of event, a mud event.
Mike, who is probably going to be my camera girl.
wave to the camera, Vanna. Oh, okay. So I feel like you're breaking up on us quite a lot. So it might do well to find a solid place to set the camera and leave it that is getting good reception.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think as you're moving around, it seems to be. So what is it that you do? What is your business?
My business is more of a gift than a business. Do wire wraps on crystals and stones, and I turn plain brown rocks into amulets. That's something that is. I'm rather gifted at it. I really enjoy it, and I've actually gotten to the point where I want to start teaching other people how to do them. So no, why don't you bring those on over here, Ellie? So I do.
That would actually be an amazing workshop or something, like an online. You know, if you were to just do that and let people watch you, or maybe they could get their own stones and wire and work with you. I don't know. That would be fun. That would be a fun sort of tutorial workshop, Skillshare kind of a thing, right?
I have. There's a rock shop up in Portland that has been wanting to have me teach lessons, but obviously right now all public meeting is kind of on hold. But when it transpire, I'll let some people know. There's a lot of people who wanted me to teach them how to do my work over the years, and I'm happy to teach. It's not one of the things that first stopped me from showing my work, or even sharing it online was, well, I didn't want people to steal my ideas, and I'm thinking, well, this art will have been doing for thousands of years. It's not just my idea, it's my connection to what feels right with the wire, and I'm not the first one who twisted wire. So I'm not afraid to share what came from me, because it's not just my art, it's an ancient style of art. So it's kind of
So, well, I mean, do you really think though that any other person could ever create exactly what you create? I mean, like you said, so it's an art form. So many people do it and twist and learn from wherever it is that they learn from, but every artist their work is unique with their own signature, you know? I mean, unless you are literally trying to make a counterfeit copy of something in the way that, you know, famous paintings or something will, people will copy them and then try to steal the original from the museum and put it on the black market, you know?
Well, first off, somebody
I have a spiritual copyright. Anybody who maliciously has attempted to try and copy my design, their pieces have all fallen apart for some odd reason.
They'd also have to copy The Rock.
Well, anybody I teach though has come up with their own style. Like they see the general idea of how I encase my work, and then they'll do their own kind of variation that those come. So I have my
By the way,
wraps here.
How long have you been doing this?
About 7 years now.
Oh yeah, this is nice. Show us here. I'm gonna make you big so we can see see close up what you're showing us. As you pan, be sure to go very, very slow and pause so the camera has a second to focus, and then move to the next segment and pause. Yeah, that's usually the best way for that to happen. So 7 years, and what got you started on doing this?
The rocks kind of started talking to me. And I don't know, I was doing beats before, and my hands would go really fast working with the string. But when I started working with the wire, I had a lot easier time with it. I don't know why. It's a harder medium to work with than string. But
the wire is
easier. Yeah.
Oh, I see Count Morbid is showing. Is that something from Gene, Count Morbid?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. What do you have here?
Oh, it's a black wing. He has a black wing kyanite.
Yes, she made this. She thought perhaps I needed protection from goodness or something.
Which basically you do.
Any goodness to flow into Morbid's life unintentionally.
That's right. only goodness that he has approved. Wait,
she also did this lovely magical item for me that she wrapped for me.
What? You wire wrapped that cool?
He brought it to me at the Renaissance Fair.
Sorry about that.
He brought it to me, and he's like, "Can you wrap this in wire?" And I'm like, "I can wrap anything in wire. It's can I make it look good in wire?"
And the answer is
I made it look
yes.
good in wire.
That is awesome. How have I not seen that?
He's secretive.
Okay, so hold up some of your pieces one by one.
Should be bragging on my word, but he wants to keep his treasures to himself. I understand that.
He might be afraid I might try to confiscate one of his speakers because I'm always asking him to play to make sure that there is some sort of wonderful sound going on in the Fairy Hollow. So
yeah,
he's kind of the sound guy.
Apparently, he's the backup music box fairy or something.
Right, the de facto. When the music box fairy actually is not with us, then it is Count Morbid that makes that happen.
Mhm.
So this is
Okay,
a
so let's
style that has taken me a bit of time to master, and I think I kind of have somewhat mastered this wrap. Almost all the ones on this tray are done in sterling silver, and it's called a Viking weave. And
oh, cool.
it's basically shaying wire around the stone.
Whoa.
These are my amulets. I love it's a very meditational art to put these guys together. But I've improved on my bales, which is where the necklace part goes through. The uniformity of my work has just gotten better the more that I've worked with the mediums that I work with. I was just using copper when I first started. And
what are these ones that we're looking at?
Huh?
Silver? Are these sterling silver?
These are all sterling. That's a blue. I love them.
Uh-oh. Your connection is breaking up again.
I'm sorry. Then I'm coming over here. And I'm going to bring my tray over to where the connection is better. This is a
There we go.
purple lab, right? I don't know if you can see the color in that one. It's purple. There's a little bit of the color.
It probably has to have the light shining right through it. I think the sort of, I can't tell if it's
I did take some pictures in the sunlight of this particular tray, so I can send it to you.
What's that pretty blue one? Is it blue?
That's lapis. It is blue. It's a lapis lazuli.
By the way, the crystal that she wrapped for me helps improve my mood because I can throw it at people.
Oh, I love that clear one. What's that clear one? You can throw it at people.
I was kind of happy to get those because they really show off my work. I have another one right here that's clear quartz.
Oh, I love those ones. I'm kind of a quartz lover though, so that maybe I'm partially biased in that. And then that green one, is that malachite?
The green one. This one.
I think you're frozen. Oh.
Yes, I think it's
Am I frozen?
Because that rock isn't moving at all.
Let it go, let it go. It doesn't matter anymore.
That rock looks like it's not moving at all. Yeah.
Well,
oh my gosh.
I haven't been levitating yet.
No, that's okay. I actually, so I have a picture of the two items that you are putting up for the giveaway. And so I'm going to pull those up here really, really quick. And as my understanding goes from our conversation, this is what will be for this next week's giveaway. And the winner has the option of choosing between these two crystals here. The kind of the chunky natural shape of the looking stone, and then the polished round looking. I don't know what stone this is though, so you're gonna have to fill me in on that.
Did we lose her?
We did.
Uh-oh.
We lost
guess we
her,
did.
and I can't see the stones very well.
I don't know if I can make it bigger. Let me see. I'll try to embiggen it. Oh, biggering and biggering. No, I don't know if I can. Let me see. Is this working?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Way much better.
Yeah, they're really pretty, and I personally like the chunky one because I always like kind of chunky, you know. I don't know. I just like chunky natural stones. I don't know.
And chunky peanut
what
butter.
are you laughing at?
You like chunky peanut butter too.
You like
I have
things
not-
chunky.
I have not said anything inappropriate. You stop laughing, Count Morbid.
I think it's just how you said chunky. I think Morbid likes the word chunky.
Well, it's a fun word because isn't there a type of ice cream called the
Chunky
chunky
monkey.
monkey? Yeah. I think it has chocolate in it, and so I don't like it because I don't like chocolate. So chocolate ice cream is not a thing for me. But the name is super fun to say.
Yeah, but as I was showing earlier, I was very, very nice, and I asked her politely, and she did a lovely wire wrapping on this musical singing rock. I realized earlier that if I turn it on, it wants to be the speaker for the magic mirror I'm on currently. So that was the technical difficulty I had earlier. But I actually meant to ask her if she would wire wrap.
She got back. Hold on. I see her. I'm going to bring her in.
No, because I was curious if I mean, obviously she'll wrap other things because she's wonderful and talented. Although it might only because she really likes me. So I don't know if she would do this for other people.
But who would like you?
But
Yeah,
because I thought about getting wire wrapped on like a staff or a wizard staff or some such.
See, I thought if people liked you, Count Morbid, you felt like you were doing it wrong.
It depends on the person.
Great. I see how this is. I see how this
Quite all
is.
right if
What can
Jean
I
likes me and
say?
gives me
He
stuff.
makes some of the 7 deadly sins look attractive.
Count Morbid.
I think you may have just made him spit out his drink. That was awesome.
There in fact there's a picture that looks like me when I was
for
much
Morbid, they're
younger
8.
called Sloth. That is,
That's your favorite.
yes, it's a very, very pretty picture.
So you're enjoying the scene
Yeah, but
of holding in your cave. Aren't you?
Oh boy. Yeah, we're definitely having a difficult time hearing you. If you are interested, though, in entering to win this next week's prize, which is a choice between those two stones, and Jean, I don't know what those stones were, so if you unfreeze again, maybe you can tell me what they are.
oh no, she's got 2 heads.
The chunky, the chunky long terminated crystal is a Bahia, Brazil amethyst point, and the tumble stone is a chevron smoky amethyst.
Okay. That I may have to have you write that down for me in chat later on. Yes. But this week's word to enter, and I can't reiterate this enough. Do not put it into the live chat here. Wait until we are done with the stream and leave it in the comments on YouTube. This week's word is crystal. So just type the word crystal into the comments after we are done streaming today, and you will be entered to win. And if you would like your bonus extra entry, you can join our Patreon, and the link for that is also in the low bar. And then all of our patrons get an automatic entry for every drawing that we do. So,
and for every comment that says chunky, Morbid will laugh.
I feel like I should change the word because I picked the word before the show, but now that chunky has become a thing and we've all decided it's so fun to say, maybe I should just change the word to chunky. I mean, should we take a vote? All in favor?
Fairy Princess Lily does like them chunky, yes.
Fine. The word is not crystal. I redact that, and I request that after the show, if you would like to be entered to win, you can put the word chunky. How about Chunky or Crystal? I'm not going to discount somebody if they only heard the Crystal part and didn't put the right word. So, Chunky or Crystal, whichever one.
Gene, there's something behind you.
What?
We can remind everyone that they could also get entries if they find our Patreon.
I actually already said that.
Okay.
I wasn't listening either. It's
The Baroness is gone and Baron Gunther's back.
That's right.
Yes, well, you know.
April Fool's isn't touched yet. It's a thing.
What was it? Baroness Mallet Fists.
Guntherina.
Guntherina
Guntherina Mallet Fists.
Yes, April Fool.
It was you know, it was name swap day, I guess.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, explore that feminine side of yourself. Don't
girl,
run.
you know I
He's
love
trying
that.
to hypnotize us.
It's okay to wear pants.
We're not going to
Dana
talk
time.
about who and who does not have no. So, Jean, if folks would like to buy from you, they can contact you on Ye Old Book of Faces and a peasant spelled with a Z light. That is the name of your Facebook page, and of course, it's been going in the ticker here for a minute or several. So. I will go ahead and let you get back to the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for
It's
having
good
me.
to see you again.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
It's good to
Glad
see
you
all of
don't have
you.
the plague.
Good
We'll be
night.
seeing you soon.
You're delightful.
Great fun.
Okay. So
The floating head
I-
behind her was sick for a bit, and we were worried.
Oh yes,
It was
it
what?
and she the test was, or basically she was only sick.
Yes.
It wasn't the plague that we're all worried about. She was so sick.
Yeah, we're happy to hear she's only sick.
Yeah.
I'm so confused right now. The floating head was only sick.
Her one of her
Yeah.
minions. One of her minions.
Yes.
One of her her youngest minion
Yes.
basically
Her
had a
head
cold that they were worried about because of everything going on, but she's fine.
You know, you look very aerodynamic today.
Yes, yes. The highlights in your
That-
hair bring out your ears, Morbid.
You got
I
rocket
actually don't
ship
know-
ears.
Are you trying to say that he has like the way how his hairline is? He's got an aerodynamic hairline. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that his ears may or may not be rocket fins.
Rocket fins?
They're tad winged.
So because one of his ears is, kind of like this, does that mean he's sort
He's
of
just
like a
gonna
fly
turn.
with one wing and he just goes in a circle? Like
Go in circles over and over. Explains why he spins in his chair so
No,
much.
now
The spiral upward. What the hell was that?
yeah, my goodness, you shocked her into expletive.
now they're
This is what happens when you have a leper / slua, I guess.
now they're rocket fins.
What in the Hershey's Hades is that?
Are you okay, Ferris Data? She's actually
I mean, this
turning
is
red.
basically what happens when you just. Listen, we're not going to talk about what happened at the Goblin Market because that's essentially Las Vegas. Let's just say Cal Morbid had a long night. It's going to take him a second to get his ears upright again.
Okay.
Okay.
Happens at my age.
Ah,
They droop at your
Um,
age? Is that what you said?
he said
my
it.
God.
That's what happens at his age. His
Okay.
ears. Wait. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I got it.
They say that as you get older, your ears and nose get bigger, and his look pretty big today. I'm saying.
I want to. We have a host of articles tonight because we are coming up on that yawn part of the show where we do our articles. Now, I know that there was some that were shared,
I put them all in that document. It's all in the document towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you updated that document then?
Yeah.
I have to fix this really fast. My instructions for entering.
I was going to say, I don't think we even got to all the articles last week.
No.
Yeah.
We never get
There's
to them
so much
all.
crazy news right now. However, you had gone out and found so many cool articles, Gunther, for Spill the Tea Uplift yesterday. Yesterday. And we didn't actually we had so many awesome things to talk about yesterday that we did not get around to even needing to look at articles. And so I still have plenty of those.
I could do my job. That's what happens when you teach me to read.
Yes.
So
you start getting ideas. I don't even know.
The problem is
That's-
teaching all
that's
the
what
other
happens
people
when
to
you learn
write it
things.
properly.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much news to choose from, and so I don't.
There's one I want to get to that Count Morbid did put in. The rest was me.
Okay,
And
well, what is the one from Count Morbid?
It's the first one it's the first one I put on the list.
The air raid siren?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I didn't have that one pulled up, but I can in fact pull it up. And so we will, as always though, give the audience the choice. So it will be between, how about these two? Let me see what we've got here for our titles. We have I'm looking for a good one for folks to choose between. Let's see.
See,
and
this
I
is
let
always
so
your
the first
problem. You give the peasants a choice.
This is not the era of Machiavelli anymore, Count Morbid. We have outgrown that.
Actually, speaking of which, what's it?
What? Oh, speaking of Machiavelli, I just happen to have.
All of a sudden, he pulls Machiavelli's hand up. Hey! We find out that Frank was actually Machiavelli the whole time.
Frank
A child
he's been
Machiavelli.
controlled. Okay, so here are the two articles
I'm
we will choose
curious.
from. Police
Hold on. What?
Police apologize after using the purge siren for COVID-19 curfew warning. That is article number 1. The police apologize for using the purge siren. Wow. Okay, I do kind of want to hear that one. But I also one which is a little more lighthearted and happy, which is a Westerly boy not prizes first response with sidewalk mural. So if you want to hear about probably like literally all of us, the purge siren going off and being used by the police, type number 1. And if you want to hear about sidewalk murals, type number 2. For sidewalk murals for COVID responders. Yes. So air raid siren number 1. Let's hear it. Let's see in the comments.
In the comments. One, if you want the, yeah.
Also, so
Said the
very Princess Lolly, while they're voting, this is what you just reminded me of.
So
I just reminded you of something.
Yeah, if you look at the
What?
screen, you see.
Yeah, full screen.
A child's Machiavelli, a primer on power.
So far, we have a vote for number one. Two
Okay,
votes for
one
number
vote.
one.
2 votes for number 1. Yes. Oh, I forgot to turn the little timer. Timer. Beep. Okay. I mean, nobody can see the timer, I guess, but me. But yes. But 2 votes for number 1, and then plus, I pretty much think all of us want to hear number 1 too. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, Count Morbid. Not story time yet. At least not that story. Should we allow you to have story time after we do this air raid siren article of yours?
Does he have? What does the fox say?
I'm good either way.
We need him to.
Here we
read
go.
what the fox
Police
says.
apologize after using the purge siren for COVID-19 curfew. I didn't actually know that there was a curfew. I mean,
It depends on the area.
Okay, so this says Louisiana. So a Louisiana police department used the siren from the purge to signal the start of a curfew due to COVID-19. That gives me goosebumps. I mean, I'll be honest, right? If I heard an air raid siren, that would be very scary. And that picture is a little creepy.
Back east, it's used to determine if there's a tornado in the area or not. So.
Well, is Louisiana really considered the East?
I said back east. Everything's east from here.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, you know, even Alaska. If you just like hop, skip, and jump across that pond that separates Russia and Alaska, right?
Right.
Traveling in the easterly direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A police department in Crowley, Louisiana, used the siren from the purge. I know, right? I had that same thought. Did you know that his house has been for sale in Scotland for $500,000? It's all burnt out and not even livable, but apparently it's like he tried to. It's some big thing because he tried to like raise demons or something. Like, I don't even know.
We did an article about that on this show.
Well, I know that was in the queue, but whether or not we actually did the article,
No, we did
did we actually do it?
Yes.
So let's see, from the Purge horror movie franchise, as a curfew warning for its coronavirus COVID-19 quarantine. According to Variety, police drove around the city in the city's Acadia Parish, airing the siren to signal the start of the curfew that runs from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Residents were said to find the sound eerily familiar.
In Louisiana, parishes or counties.
Oh, okay. Why do they
Not
call them
churches.
parishes, not counties like every place else ever?
Because they're a French.
Stop playing that sound. That's you, isn't it, Count Morbid?
That doesn't sound like something I would do.
That is really creepy. That sound is just scary.
Is that not the sound that they were making?
I'm sure it reassured the citizens of Louisiana to hear it as well.
I just felt like I heard that I needed to lock myself down. Just saying.
There is just nothing about that sound that resonates anything good ever. I mean, it either means that like Vikings are invading your homeland and they're just offshore blowing their battle horns, getting ready to sack you, or a tornado is coming, or the purge is going to happen, or that, I don't know,
there is screams. It's people
weird armed people in masks are going to sweep through the streets and grab everybody and lock them. Nothing good ever comes when you hear that siren.
Well, yeah, but what noise would you want for curfew? Like an ice cream truck? That's not going to work.
No, that just means everybody else. Like, I also start questioning if my ears are hanging low.
What?
Do they wobble to and fro?
The ice cream sound. It plays the song till your ears hang low.
Do they wobble to and
They
fro?
don't.
Yeah, they do. A lot of my yeah. It's an ice cream song.
Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow?
Did you not know that, Fairy Princess Holly? Okay, that's a different ice cream truck.
That is a way different ice cream truck.
That doesn't sound like my ice cream truck.
I'm not sure that many things sound like your ice cream truck.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
mine's like,
creepy, I guess, but it's creepy in a different way. I don't know.
Yeah, that is definitely creepy in a different way. That's creepy.
Ring
I don't want
church
to look under
bells
my
or
bed.
something, you know,
Yeah.
like when you hear the bell ring 9 times, then that's when it's time to go inside or something. I mean, not that I think that that's all that great sounding. It basically is like this, and this is when the Children of the Corn begins, right? So back to the article. Oh, that was the entertainer.
That's another one that gets played a
Who
lot
actually
too. Yeah.
wrote the entertainer? The is this person that wrote the entertainer the same person that wrote Yankee Doodle Dandy? No, it's 1800s. That's what I know. Anyway, last night a purge siren was utilized by the Crowley Police Department. Let's see. We received numerous complaints with the belief that our agency was involved in this process. We were not involved in the use of the purge siren, as it was dubbed, and will not utilize any type of siren for this purpose, Acadia Parish Sheriff K.P. Gibson said in a statement to the Louisiana station KATC. Police Chief Jimmy Broussard also told KATC that he wasn't aware the siren was from The Purge. Wow. I mean, I know that I'm kind of under a rock, but sometimes, I mean, how can you not know that? There's only like 15,000 Purge movies, right?
I think this is what they mean by tone deaf.
And he won't utilize a similar siren in the future. The Purge is a series of movies and television shows that feature all crimes being made legal during a 12-hour window. With it being a horror franchise, the majority of crimes committed during The Purge are of a violent variety.
Like there's not a lot of gardening without a permit.
Yeah. I just suddenly was thinking about that. Like, I mean, what kind of crime did you watch? I was just jaywalking left and right, crossing those streets outside the lines. Woo, I was out of control.
It's kind of like, well, you know, the other person was obviously driving on the sidewalk because why
Like
not?
parking spots. Yeah.
I mean,
it's the best time to launder money,
feels
right?
ridiculous. It feels ridiculous that they hadn't even mentioned that.
15-minute limit on parking, and I was there for 45 minutes.
Gasp.
So that ice cream music, though, I don't know if it was last summer or the summer before, but nope. I'm waiting for Count Morbid to say, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
You're supposed to set a good example, Count Morbid.
Since when?
A good example of what? Exactly.
Unsealing? What
He's
part
over
of
there.
my job
What?
description ever included to set a good example? I'm pretty sure I'm the goofus in this scenario. I am definitely not gallant.
Well, like I said, like you gotta keep things in perspective here, Fairy Princess Lolly. I mean, he could be setting a good example of how to be gross. I mean,
I'm a good bad
like
example.
I do. That's my example usually.
He's a good bad guy. Okay, so
Since when? Yeah.
You're right. You're not a good bad guy either.
The insult.
Anti-hero, maybe?
The insult. Just like the shame. You hurt my feelings. Just the one.
I can't
can't
even right
believe it.
now.
That's it.
I cannot even.
I broke him. That was amazing. No, so what I was gonna say was, so with regards to the ice cream truck music, it was either last summer or the summer before, and I swear the Dark Carnival, the night circus passed outside my window because I was laying in bed. It was the middle of the night, well after midnight, and I was woken up by a tune that was music box sounding kind of like that ice cream truck, but it was coming from the woods area outside the window. And I lay there and I thought, well, maybe it was someone watching a television that I could hear, but it was not. And I eventually got up and I looked out the window to see, just to make sure. And it was not, but it was there. It was real. I mean, I laid in bed and I thought, am I imagining this? So yeah, I agree. This is my long way of saying with Philippe that that music can definitely be creepy at night.
Yeah. Yes, ice cream music and carnival music are definitely also delightfully creepy. A lot of carousel music.
I love carousel music. I mean, it is delightfully creepy. I actually have in Lilac City, that is Spokane, they have a huge carousel. It's a classic carousel, not a merry-go-round, because a merry-go-round is just horses, but a carousel has all the different animals. And so they have one of those and they sell on CD, I guess. I mean, that was a long time ago. Did I just date myself? They sell though the music that they play on the carousel, and I bought that many years ago. But it's time for Doggo's.
Oh, no. Is it feed the husky time?
It is. Okay, so I'm gonna look really.
Somebody over there to be a good boy.
Let's see.
Ha.
Let's see. What? No way. That looks awesome. Giant game of Street Fighter 2 projected onto an apartment building. That sounds amazing. Let's see.
Ryukin.
Is that one?
Wild goats take over empty streets of Welsh town as residents stay inside. And deer taking over Calgary neighborhood during lockdown. Okay. And we also have the Illinois...
Loch Ness Monster returns to the streets of Edinburgh.
Yes. British man retakes world's largest Rubik's Cube record. Okay, I think we should actually have a competition between games. So if you want to hear about the British man retaking the world's largest Rubik's Cube record, press number 1. If you want to hear about the giant game of Street Fighter projected onto the side of an apartment building, press number 2. Rubik's Cube number 1 and Street Fighter number 2. The timer begins now. Okay.
Wait, Street Fighter 2 is number 2?
Yes. That is correct. If you want to hear about the retaking of the Rubik's Cube world record number 1, and if you want to hear about giant Street Fighter 2, press 2. See, it's easy. It's mnemonic that way. You can remember. I mean, I know what I personally want to hear.
You just want to play Street Fighter 2.
Shut up.
No, I think for the Rubik's Cube story, they have to enter in the number. They have to enter in the number of tiles on a Rubik's Cube.
Well, aren't they 6-sided and there's 9 on each side? So 54. Ooh, I mean, am I wrong?
Totally messed that math up in my head, and then you said 6-sided, and I was like, wait, what? And then I went, oh, duh.
So
I would totally have gotten that wrong.
For 2 and 1 vote for 1.
Okay, 2 it is. The 2s have it. Unless we suddenly, like in the last few seconds of the timer, get just like a slew of... What? No, Ken. Yes. Okay, let's. Okay, I'm about to pull it up here. Just 1 second. Oh, wait, did I even click the thing or did I just look at it in the file? Oh, okay, here we go. And go. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yes. Okay, now I found it. I found it. I got it.
To give you a treat.
Are you talking to me? You had better not be talking
Yeah, I was
to
like,
me right
who's
now.
giving who a treat? We get a treat. Oh my gosh, a treat!
All right, here it is, you guys. Giant game of Street Fighter 2 projected onto an apartment. Video? What? We're going to have to watch that video. A Brazil man captured of some neighbors enjoying their coronavirus lockdown by playing a video game projected onto the side of an. Oh, okay. I thought for a second like that guy was, I don't know, using a telescope or something to spy on people and recording them. It was weird, but now I understand. Okay, so. Victoria Espirito Santo, the Victoria Espirito Santo, what? That doesn't make any sense, man, said that he was home with his family amid the COVID-19 pandemic when some residents of a nearby building captured their attention. What? Come on. The residents were using a projector aimed at another building to play a giant game of Street Fighter 2. The video shows residents controlling the game from an apartment balcony. You know, we have a projector here.
We also have an Xbox.
Okay, we're
You
gonna
have a big enough part of a
We do?
building, though.
Yeah, I got one
What?
right next to me.
Well, you have a new one.
Okay, I'm gonna try to play this. Let me see. How do I make this big? How do I make this? I don't even see the little bigger. Is this it? Wait, is this it? Nope, that didn't work.
Underused.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
I messed it up. There it is. Okay,
It rolled under her, so she was trying to. Okay, that's it.
I'm trying to. Play button. Here we go. Can you?
Yes, but it's on there.
Versus Chun-Li. Is that it?
How did you pronounce that?
No. E Honda versus Chun-Li.
Because I can't do it with my foot.
It looks good.
Hadouken.
Well, I guess. Okay, this is so awesome.
You want to see who wins, but you're not gonna.
I do. I totally am like, oh, like I'm watching it like. Yo, the round begins. Chun-Li goes straight into it, leaping over E Honda's head, just like a bug on a pond. Skeeter. Well, Honda moves in with the hand of doom, or whatever the heck he calls that. I can't remember that move. But alas, he is too slow, for she is already behind him, ready to make her next killing blow. See, I could totally do this. I mean, maybe not killing blow, but
I feel like that you've had practice with the thumb war stuff. You were doing the commentary last when me and Finn went at it.
I did have a little bit of practice with that, but also I think that your influence with the pro wrestling, which we are not supposed to mention. Look at Cal Morbid's giving me the evil eye, right?
It's the only eyes I have.
I got
He only has evil eyes. No, yes, evil eyes only. Okay, so next article. That was awesome, and now I sort of actually want to figure out if we can use our projector to do something like that, right? I mean, we have there's all of that whole row of garage doors that are all white? The answer is yes.
The
Okay.
answer is make it
So-
so, number one. Make it so.
I've seen also people project things like that at festivals too. Like if they have a large tent, they project them on the inside or
The
outside.
castle walls.
Well, it sounds like something Kieran would do.
Well, originally the projector was acquired so that the snailer could get the actual snail onto the outside of it, that I could project onto the outside of it, and then because I am not very good at drawing, and that's what I was going to use it for, was bringing the snailer to life. But then I couldn't get, for some reason, maybe it was because I was too far away from a source of hooking up to the worldwide spider web, but the worldwide itsy bitsy spider web. I couldn't get the interocitor to connect to the projector and talk to each other, and so then it became a thing and stuff, and yes. So long story, won't go into it, but that is how I originally came into possession of that projector. So let's see, what else do we have on the docket today? So we have sharing good cheer. I have no idea what this one is about. I have the sugar fairy sweetened someone's day. Ward fairy, the Ward fairy, singing for staff and patients at Warwick Hospital. I have horticulture hotline, circles in yard or fairy rings. I have scenes from a fairy garden. I have Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy deemed essential workers in New Zealand.
Way back in again.
I mean, it's true they are.
This is like her 5th visit.
I have Mum makes magical jar of things her children can look forward to after lockdown. And I have some kind of annoying advertisement. Coronavirus in Scotland, Glasgow girl selling rainbows to raise cash for NHS staff during pandemic. Man, is she cutting in on your business, Ion? Selling rainbows? What?
Are these
Right.
black market rainbows?
It's
I mean,
Bifrost rainbows.
Bifrost rainbows? Is that even okay?
That is okay. It's Norse.
And
I
let's
think
see.
he's muted.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Famous Dana's muted, but Ion is not.
Huh.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have? We have the wild goats take over the empty streets of the Welsh town. No. How about Illinois mayor told police to crack down on social gatherings? His wife was discovered at a bar 2 days later. I kind of want to
I mean,
read that
I don't
one,
think
to
you
be
really read another word of that one right there. It just covered it all.
I'm curious. I'm sort of curious to know, Mr. Mayor, what do you have to say about the fact that your wife was discovered in a bar right after you implemented the policy of cracking down on social gatherings? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah.
She was drunk at the time. It's okay.
Mommy drinks because you cry.
What? You guys are terrible.
No, that's pretty good, actually.
Okay, here we go. Black market rainbows or the Illinois mayor? Which one do you guys want to hear about? If you want to hear about black market rainbows, then number one. And if you want to hear about the Illinois mayor, number two. The timer is going. Put your votes in the comments now. If you want to hear about rainbows selling, then press number one. If you want to hear about the Illinois mayor's wife in a bar, press number two. I'm waiting. Ion's vote is for number two. Dana, what do you vote for? I saw you
figure out
hold
how to
up your
unmute.
fingers.
I did 2 earlier because I wanted to watch the Street Fighter thing. So I think 2 might actually work this time. I mean, why
Okay,
not?
so Ion is voting for number one, and you're voting for number two. What are you voting for? Oh, Count Morbid's voting for number one.
Yeah, three votes for one vote for two.
No, 2 votes for 2. I thought Famous Dana was voting for number 2.
I
And
meant from the comments.
oh yes. Well, hold on. Count Morbid, you cannot double your votes. I see what you're doing right there, and that is not okay.
I am shocked. Shocked, I say, that you would.
He's rigging the thing.
I
I'll
am.
have to.
Everyone's vote should count, not just Count's vote.
You know what? On the Twitters and the YouTubes, when you accuse somebody of doing something, you know what everybody's immediate response is? Screenshots or it didn't happen. And I can screenshot this and I can show that it happened. So you just
Count's
I
right
can
in the
back
name.
up this accusation.
Count is right in the name.
Okay, so that's actually 2 votes for 2 and 2 votes for 1. What about you, Gunther? What are you voting for?
I'll vote for number 2.
You vote for number 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of vote for, okay, I vote for number 2 too, but we'll do number 2 and then we'll do number 1 because I do still want to hear about this rainbow heisting that's going on, right?
All right.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying that, you know, let it not be said, there's just all kinds of people out there trying to take advantage of this and price gouge. And I guess that sometimes the magical realm is no different, right? Somebody's just out there price gouging rainbows.
That's right.
You sell what you got, you know?
Are they fresh?
Fresh rainbows. I mean, maybe.
Are they off-brand rainbows?
Off-brand rainbows.
It's dollar store rainbows. They're kind of faded.
Hey, this rainbow only has 6 colors.
It's refurbished.
It's refurbished.
I mean, refurbished rainbow.
That's right.
Upcycled.
This rainbow only has 4 colors. Yeah.
Upcycled rainbow. What was it? A crayon that got turned into a rainbow?
Upcycled.
Is that how you upcycle to a rainbow?
All right, here we go. Coronavirus. Oh wait, no, that's an article, but I don't think that's the right article. This one is on Friday, the mayor of an Illinois city announced that he had directed the police department to more strictly enforce the statewide stay-at-home order, which was put in place to stem the spread of coronavirus. Early Sunday, his wife was discovered out at a city bar. I have directed the police department to use their discretion in issuing citations or making arrests for those refusing to follow the state-issued stay-at-home mandate, said Alton, Illinois Mayor Brant Walker during the coronavirus update posted Friday on Facebook. Less than 48 hours later, on Sunday, at approximately 1 a.m., officers located several individuals at a local bar called Hiram's Tavern, according to a press release. Might have to click on that press release. Hold on. According to a press release from the Alton Police Department. It detailed the individuals who were not explicitly named, who were clearly disregarding the executive order and public pleas for compliance. Walker said in a Facebook post Monday that he was told by the city's police chief that officers were investigating and stopping a social gathering in downtown Alton at around 1 a.m. Sunday, and that his wife was apparently there. So, quote, I was also made aware that my wife was in attendance at this prohibited social gathering, end quote, he explained in the statement. He added that he told the police chief to give her no special treatment, quote unquote, and to treat her as he would any citizen, quote unquote, violating the order. My wife is an adult capable of making her own decisions. And in this instance,
That is politically correct to say.
Well, they are going to be quarantined in separate bedrooms.
Oh, no doubt.
There's going to be some social distancing happening in that house.
And in this instance, she exhibited a stunning lack of judgment, he said. She now faces the same consequences for her ill-advised decision as the other individuals who chose to violate the stay-at-home order during the incident. police issued a criminal complaint for see. So the thing is here, though, right? If she's going to face the same thing as everyone else, that essentially means that nobody in this group is actually going to be locked up or put in jail. And they probably won't even all get fined, right? Because either everybody has to be put in jail so that she is doing the same thing as the rest of them, right? Because if they're going to put one of those people in jail, maybe the instigator, I don't know, maybe she's the instigator, but maybe they're going to put one person in jail. But if she's supposed to be doing the thing that all of them are doing, and they don't want to punish her because she's the mayor's wife, then that means everyone else gets off the hook by association, right?
Well, no. I think she'll probably get fined. It doesn't sound like he's protecting her from being fined.
Well, so it says police issued a criminal complaint for reckless conduct, which is classified as a Class A misdemeanor charge, to all who were found gathering at the bar, according to the release. A Class A misdemeanor is punishable by a fine of up to $2,500 and or a sentence of less than 1 year in an Illinois jail. Those who received a complaint will be summoned to court at a later date, according to the release. So the charges were the first issued for violating the social gathering restrictions. If members of our community will not protect each other and will be so brazen as to gather in public places, we will be forced to take action like we did this weekend without hesitation, said Alton Police Chief Jason Simmons in his release. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker put in place a statewide stay-at-home order on March 21st in an attempt to contain the spread of the coronavirus. Per that order, all public and private gatherings of any number of people outside one's household are prohibited. Citizens are permitted to leave the home only to perform essential activities such as obtaining groceries, seeking emergency services, and walking outside. First responders, law enforcement, healthcare workers, and other essential workers are exempt. The numbers of coronavirus cases in Illinois continue to rise, with over 13,500 confirmed cases of coronavirus, resulting in 380 deaths, according to the state's coronavirus website. The U.S. continues to be the global epicenter of the disease, with more than almost 400,000 cumulative cases of coronavirus and over 12,700 deaths reported, according to data from Johns Hopkins University.
I don't think there's normally Johns in John Hopkins.
I think there's guys named John there, but it's not a plural word.
Johns. That's what all the Johns Hopkins University.
Now that just sounds like a bunch of bathrooms.
I'm willing to bet maybe they'll get a fine. So the thing is that it doesn't say that they actually did something to her. It just says that whatever they did to everybody else, the mayor requested also happened to his wife. But it doesn't say what actually happened.
They probably haven't gone to court yet.
Well, aren't the courts closed too? I mean, maybe
That's
they
what I'm
just didn't hear the air raid siren.
Right. They thought they were okay because they heard the purge siren, right?
Oh man.
Let's see. I'm just I was reading.
Reminds me of a joke.
Just the
A
one.
joke.
I had an uncle that was proud that he lived 5-minute walk away from a bar. Now the walk back from the bar to his house was 45 minutes. I find the difference staggering.
Aw.
Just a little bit.
That's a really bad joke. Should be fired for that joke. Okay. Are you going to speak? I don't even know. I was about to just completely tangent off of the news and go all the way back to the egg hunt this weekend because I'm really excited to do the egg hunt. And because this egg is just sitting here off to the side of me, and so I keep staring at it. And I know that sadly it is empty of everything except grass.
That's because Ion ate it.
It is only currently empty.
Okay, so
Do you
now
want-
let's do the rainbow article.
Do you want me to get pizza to fill it with then?
Ooh, pizza sounds so good. Will you make pizza happen?
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Yay! Okay, let's see. Let's do the. Yes, let's do the rainbow article. And here we are.
Ooh, Morbid's black egg. He laid it
What?
himself.
Morbid has a black egg?
Yeah.
He laid it. So, hey, wait. Okay, show me your black egg, Morbid. I'm making you big really fast.
Okay.
I think I'm making you big. I don't know.
Just 1 second.
Whoa.
There we go.
Why am I not surprised that Morbid's eggs are black?
Hey, look,
Flew off.
Yeah.
look.
They could be gray. Right.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that's black.
Yeah.
So,
They're
well,
chalkboards.
So we decided when Sarnettle came on the show yesterday that because actually people can't hunt real eggs, that everybody who is going to sponsor a personal egg, it will be your
Whoops.
job to either design an egg like that and then take a picture of it, or paint an egg, or otherwise color in an egg that is your egg. And those are going to be the special personalized eggs that are hidden amongst the other eggs in our egg hunt. And they will have extra magical items in them for people to win and score. So I'm really excited. And now that I see that you have a black egg, Count Morbid, I expect you to decorate it very awesome and take a very cool picture for me.
It's already decorated, isn't it?
It's black.
It's decorated with black.
Well, I can
That's
put
the
more
one thing I do.
black on it.
You could paint a white skull on it, or use one
Glitter.
of those chalk pens.
Lots of glitter all over
I was going
it.
to say they're chalkboards.
Yeah.
Actually, what if he turned it sideways like this? Like what if he turned it sideways like this, and then made it look like a plague doctor?
Look, I got one too.
Oh. I forgot I laid an egg in Gunther's.
Yeah, it somehow ended up in my stuff, and I don't know why. But I also have your horns, so that's legit.
Too legit to quit.
I give them back to you, but social distancing.
The Jackalope Justinian is complimenting you on Sarnettle, Count Morbid.
Yes.
Justinian says that Sarnettle was a pleasure to meet.
Are we talking about the same Sarnettle?
Yeah.
Your Sarnettle? I mean, is there another one?
It's Jackalope's solidarity.
Listen, when I said that the jackalopes were multiplying, I didn't actually think like cloning themselves. What? Okay, here we go.
Count Morbid has been double dared to eat the egg.
He has been
fun
double
stuff.
dared to eat the egg, like to put the whole egg in his mouth. What?
Whatever. I don't know.
Yes.
Look, you really
Philippe
close
is
up for
double
that.
daring you. Put the egg. Yep, that's right. You are being double dared to put the whole egg in your mouth. Like an entire nest of eggs. By the way, I just want to say that if this results in count, oh my gosh.
That's like the time that he had all the coins dropped on his head. He had all that just drawn.
That was awesome. Okay, there it is. There it goes. There it goes. In. I was gonna say, if this results in being one of those emergency room runs that you're not supposed to make, You listen, do not use our essential services. Why were you in the emergency room? Well, you see, I had an egg stuck in my mouth.
He was
The
double
whole
dared.
egg.
He was double dared.
It was legit. He was double dared. The whole egg just stuck. And then my jaw, it froze and locked in position. I couldn't get the egg out. So I had to go to the emergency room.
One time.
That's true. He only gets one time a year.
We'd have to change our strange news into unusual ways to go to the doctor.
I need some rainbows now.
I'm going to be a little creeped out if I find out that you eat whole eggs. Count morbid. Okay, rainbows it is. Here we go. Coronavirus Scotland. Glasgow girl selling rainbows to raise cash for the National Hockey League staff during the pandemic.
What?
Isn't that what NHS stands for? National Hockey Staff?
Healthcare System.
Oh, yes, right. For raising cash
that
for the
Oh
National
my God.
Healthcare System. during the I mean, I thought it was redundant actually for a second, but now that I've been, you know,
Do you need to call an Uber ARF?
She's still mad about that.
listen, I tell you, I had good reason to believe that that was probable. Here with the land of Amazon so close to where we are, and them doing things like developing these self-driving vehicles, I just thought that maybe a self-driving vehicle was being developed. They would put a dog in the front seat. It would be remotely controlled, and it would be like pet therapy for people. The dog would arrive in the Uber. You could get in the passenger. It would take you. I thought it might be a real thing. I had a real, like, I did you just make that up? I had an actual reason. I do not appreciate this. Okay.
I like how you just went on this whole big thing of having to defend yourself just then when you didn't have to defend yourself at all. That's the cute part of it.
Well, I did because he brings it up every time. Uber.
Fairy Princess Lolly, that was only last episode.
I know. Yes, that is like a whole week that he has had to bring it up at every possible opportunity and remind me. Okay, little Hallie Glass from Glasgow decided that she wanted to do her bit to help during the COVID-19 pandemic and came up with a bright idea. A colorful idea, if you will. Uh-oh, what? Where is it? Article, where are you? What?
Did the article get eaten?
So wait. Let's figure out a way to sell rainbows.
That's what I'm saying, Ion.
I have new ways to add to my gold pot.
Ooh, here we go. Maybe now it's happening. Ah, here we go. There she is. No! Paywall! There. Those are her rainbows. And that's Hallie. What doing this? I am not doing that. Okay. A Scots youngster is showing her appreciation to the NHS during. I am not doing this, and it is making me angry.
Why are you so angry? Are you mad, bro?
Because this thing is doing a thing.
Are you letting the itsy bitsy spider move?
No, it's.
Oh no!
It keeps like pop. Here, we'll try this again and see if it will work. If it doesn't work, then I.
You sound angry, bro.
But why is the rum gone?
What is the rum?
Yeah,
gone?
let's see.
I felt that all the time. It's probably because I drank it.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's see. After enlisting the help of her mom, Samantha, dad, William, and brother Cooper, 9, East Bank Academy pupil Hallie began drawing and coloring rainbows and selling them for £2. So far, the schoolgirl has raised over 600 pounds, which she hopes will make a difference to staff working on the front line. Proud mom Samantha, 29, told the Daily Record, "We just thought we'd be making them for friends and family. Now we're sending them all over Glasgow." I was taken aback when she said she wanted to donate what she made to the NHS. It was so lovely to hear. I think she began thinking about it because we were out doing our clap for the NHS last week, and she's been watching the news constantly. To know that her wee rainbows are up in people's windows, bringing some joy and making people smile at this tough time is so nice. Hallie said she has a strategy to make her idea a success. She said that because of the coronavirus, I can't touch people, so I'm wearing gloves to collect the money.
It's cute. It really
It's
is.
going great. Who has bought one of the rainbows to donate? Click here. Okay, I'm going to click here because I super want to. Maybe it would be fun to get a rainbow.
Sure.
By the way, I love how you think that league is spelled with an S.
That I think what is spelled with an S?
Because you thought NHS, you thought NHS spelled National Hockey League.
I'm National Hockey League staff. I thought Hockey League was one word.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Wow.
Hey Gunther.
Yeah.
You need to teach Fairy Princess Lolly how to read.
I'll work on that.
You need to teach her how
I
spelling
do know
works.
how to read. No, I just don't understand sports.
National Hockey. There's no sports. Oh God.
Hockey is a sport. What
Yeah,
are
but
you
you were the
talking
one
about?
that got
National
into
healthcare
it. There was
system
no
is not a
hockey there
sport.
before.
There's no hockey in this story.
There's no hockey in coronavirus. Ask anybody that plays in the NHL.
There's no hockey in this
The
story.
Canadians are mad. Hockey is gone.
This is about Scotland.
They like golf, not hockey.
It's
They both use really big sticks.
You're
Not
a really big stick.
I mean,
Sometimes.
the curvy stick. Yeah.
Your face is a really big stick.
Holy cow.
There's no sports. There's no sports in this story.
There's no sports going on right now at all, which is why we can only watch the WWE.
There
Oh,
isn't
God.
like pocket hockey or pocket golf going on somewhere.
What if
Okay, listen, we don't
NHS
talk about
stands for
that.
National Hockey Sports?
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Ion. Thank you for having my back right there.
Is it now?
I got it from the
hot
audience,
key-
to
Is
be
it
fair.
now hot keys instead of hockey? Hot keys
wrong
on
with
the
you
keyboard
people?
Hotkeys.
instead of hockey.
I am entirely too sober for this conversation. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it was a perfectly reasonable mistake.
No.
So I'm just going to
Just
point out,
barf.
Fairy Princess Lolly, I'm going to point out
It
for the
was
last
not.
2 episodes, 2 for 2, was perfectly reasonable mistakes.
Chunky.
Uber Dogs and National Hockey League of NHS, I guess.
There's no.
You're still confounded.
There's no hockey. There's no sports in the story. Why would there be hockey in Scotland anyway? Oh my God.
I mean, not right now. Social distancing. Hello.
This is a country that involved golf and curling.
Exactly. They hit little things with big sticks.
They don't hit the
It's
curling
hockey.
stone.
It's all hockey. It's all
not
hockey.
It's not. They are. There are. Oh my God.
It is. Isn't that why they call it puck? It's
If I
just
hit
it's just a
somebody
bunch of
with
tall, skinny elves
If-
hitting
if I-
around,
I want you to listen.
bopping around.
I want you to listen very carefully. Puck you. Puck you so much.
Wow, I'm not sure she meant to offend.
Go,
Yes, exactly. Like,
So
oh,
go puck yourself.
I do believe that sheep are involved.
well, you know, as I am an
Since you
honest
said you.
puck.
Oh my god.
I love my FAE
Boy,
family.
if we shadows have offended. Oh, think but this, and all is mended. That
you have
while
but
you
slumbered
have
here.
but stream it here. The NHS was slumbering there.
Wait, did we just go Midsummer's Night Stream? Or Midsummer's live stream? Midsummer's live stream.
Midsummer's live stream.
Not yet.
That's a good idea, actually.
Midsummer's live
Tonight,
stream.
the
Yeah.
part of Bottom Weaver will be played by Count Morbid.
Why am I always the bottom? Wait.
Play to your strengths, Count Morbid. Play to your strengths. Also,
Fuck
good
you.
game. Oh my gosh.
And this is why we can't have nice things. Just saying.
We are. Whew, okay. Now,
Is it bad that I'm still wondering what Rubik's Cube record that person was trying to break?
I don't. It's really
Oh.
big.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I didn't even realize the time. It's actually 9:26. We're like a half hour over, but I do sort of want to read this Rubik's Cube one too. So let's just do that one really fast at the end. And I mean, I like the Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny that are deemed essential workers, but unfortunately, they're a little behind Argentina, who was, you know, last week's news. We already knew that. So last week. Let's see. Where is it? Is this it? World record? No, that's this. Well, the sidewalk chalk one looked really cool because I thought, oh my gosh, that's a thing that I was thinking of dressing up the other day to go outside, as opposed to wandering around the castle in my unicorn onesie perpetually and blowing giant bubbles where everybody could just see them, because I thought that would just be something fun to do. But then the sidewalk chalk thing, I saw that, and then I thought, oh, that sounds amazing, because we have enormous amounts of that. People give it to me all the time.
Dear Lord,
So
read the last story so I can be freed from this purgatory. I crave the sweet release of the grave. For the love of God, just read the story.
Okay.
Wow.
I see how it is with you. So Count Morbid cannot leave until we have finished the last story.
Look, I have an egg.
Here
We
we
digress a
go.
lot.
Look, I have an egg.
British man retakes world's largest Rubik's Cube record.
So Marcus modifies.
Good Lord.
A British puzzle enthusiast recaptured his Guinness World Records
Oh my God.
title by building
I will bring up Uber Arc until the end of time, unless you start reading that at a normal pace.
I'm not sure who's dying over there, but it sounds really bad. Holy cow. You just can't do it, can you?
Fine. Okay. By building a Rubik's Cube that measures 6 feet and 7 inches on each side. I want to know how come it's 7 inches. Why is it not 6 feet and 6 inches? Or just 6 feet? Why 6
Because
feet,
they're going
7
full record,
inches?
man.
The last record was probably 6 feet, 6 inches.
You are such a size princess.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You shut up, Count Morbid. Or I'm going to read slow again.
Oh, God.
Tony Fisher, who held the record for the world's largest Rubik's Cube from 2016 to 2018, said his latest creation took about 330 hours to build. Okay, so if that was broken down into a regular New World work week at 40 hours a week, how 5 days a week, how long would that be, Ion? Quick, do math.
Jeez.
More than 8 weeks.
The result, a fully functional Rubik's Cube that stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, was enough to retake the record from TELUS Spark Science Museum in Canada, which assembled a 5-foot 6-inch Rubik's Cube.
I'm just
Fisher
going to
said-
say, I'd just like to say that, whoever measured it by hours, like were they sitting there with a clock going, okay, I've been working on this, click that, like, why would you do that?
Well, I mean, I measure things by hours when I'm working in the art room making things. I know that I've been in there for about 4 hours or 6 hours or however long. I mean, not exactly, because my relationship with time isn't awesome.
No, I was
but
going to say, your
estimate-
relationship with time is terrible. If it wasn't for Ion, you wouldn't get anywhere on time.
Yeah, that's basically true. So let's see. Fisher said his interest in puzzles began in 1980 when he received his first Rubik's Cube at the age of 14. He made puzzle design his full-time job in 2010. There's no more to this? What?
So
I guess not.
So weirdly, I happen to know what the record is for the fastest time to solve a Rubik's Cube and the fastest time to solve it while blindfolded.
I mean, that's
How can you solve it while blindfolded? How is that even possible?
You get 1 minute to see it before they blindfold you before you touch it.
Whoa. What are those times? That's amazing.
The blindfolded time is less than 12 seconds.
Blindfolded time is less than 12. I'm just impressed that somebody can look at it for 1 minute, and I want to know what the mnemonic device for that memory is.
That's a good question. Well, the fastest time to solve it, period, is 3.47 seconds.
What? How can they even move their hands that fast?
That's from picking it up to setting it back down.
3.4 seconds or something thereabout.
3.47 seconds.
Uh-oh, I see Famous Dana has an egg. Look at her egg. That's cool.
I dare her to eat that one.
Is that the egg? Are you gonna sponsor an egg, Famous Dana? Because you have to send Sarah Nettle what it is that your egg is going. What is the prize that is associated with your egg? You have to send that to Sarah Nettle.
I think in that case, the
It's up
egg
to you
is
to
the
decide.
Well, it's a really
Something
cool
you
egg.
make. It can be a boon that you offer. It can be a whole bunch of different things. But each of the sponsored eggs has to have a prize from its sponsor associated I'm I'm kind of looking at this egg that's up here on my shelf that I don't know why I have it, but it's a very Fairy Princess Lolly egg, and so I think I might actually decorate it up, and that will be it's very shiny and sparkly. So
I know you have one of my eggs that I made, like this one for you, up on your
I do,
mantle.
and it's also on the same bookshelf, but I am not going to put that one up because that's like a special egg that you gave me.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
made
all
me
beautiful
so
and
happy coming to visit you and seeing it there. I was like,
Yeah, but
I think
right
I'm
there.
also on her
Squeak.
shelf.
It was a thing. She did squeak. I know.
I mean, Count Morbid is technically on my shelf. I see you up there, Count Morbid. Albie. Aw, cute little Albie. Okay, you
yay, what part's cute?
Oh, excuse me. I am like
Don't get choked up about it.
I know. My throat is so dry from all the talking, and I did not just let Count Morbid's nickname slip.
You also have like water, don't you?
I have enough left in this cup that if I drink it through my straw, then it'll make horrible slurpy straw noises, like So yeah, I have drank most of it at this point. So anyway, it is 9:30, you guys, and that was kind of a crazy article reading evening. We went all over the place with that. Oh, I wanted to say, one of the things that I learned at the tea party yesterday was that apparently at 8 p.m. everybody goes outside and howls. Ow! And so, yes, and it is now well after 8 p.m., of course, as you know. But I think that I want to start doing the 8 p.m. howl.
That would be amazing.
You know what?
Right?
We're going to start scaring people doing that kind of thing.
I don't even care.
I heard that this was happening from someone down south of me in Eugene, and then
You're
another
talking
friend.
about the Raven.
Well, yes, and then another friend of mine from Colorado said, "Hey, guess what people are doing outside?" And then filmed it and got a recording, and then shared the recording. And I was like, "Oh my God, people are doing this all over the place! This is so cool."
I mean, yeah, my Raven added me to a book or to
Me
a group.
too.
It's about people that howl at the moon at 8 p.m. at night. And I was like going, what are you doing in Oakgard?
To let people know that the rest of us are still out here and part of our pack and things like that.
Yes.
Okay, so Philippe, no, it's not 5:30. You're supposed to howl always at 8 p.m. local time. That way it creates a rolling howl across through all of the time zones.
That has about an hour between each one.
You're supposed to howl for an hour.
Do you guys remember when there was that thing, the ice bucket challenge?
Yes.
I watched videos of you.
Yeah, you can actually see videos of Fairy Princess Lolly dumping ice on her head at FAE Productions.
That is true. That there is in fact actual footage of that. It exists. Okay, so I kind of have this idea that maybe what we should do is we should do a sort of ice bucket challenge version of the howl. So like we'll film ourselves, like you filmed yourself howling and then you post it and you tag somebody to do the next howl. What do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea. It's better than the toilet licking challenge.
Or the eating of Tide Pods challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We're doing it. And I can't, obviously we can't do it tonight, but we can do it tomorrow. And so I think that perhaps we will start tomorrow.
No. Woman's against it.
You have to participate in this challenge.
What if he whispers owl?
Well, listen, we all understand he's a sluaw and he can't really exactly howl loud.
He has a
What if he uses the stunt doggo?
I'm just saying.
What?
Use the stunt doggo.
What if he uses his stunt doggo to howl? Yeah, he could get her. Ow, ow, ow. You can get your stunt doggo to do it for you.
Okay, that almost
You
sounds
can
like
also
you're
get the
gargling
doggo
salt water, man.
you can also get the doggo to growl too, I'm sure.
Release me.
Okay, fine. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be having an online LARP this weekend on Discord on the Hedge. You can find links for that in the low bar. And then also, if you want to be entered to win this week's awesome prize from A Peasant's Light, you can enter the words, not in the chat, but in the comments after we are done streaming. You can enter the word crystal or chunky. This week we have 2 magic words to enter. And on Friday, we are having an author reads. So, and then on Sunday, again, we'll be doing our handmade home shopping. So,
And this
looking
Saturday
forward-
is the glow thingy, right?
yes, it is this Saturday, April 11th. We're going to start at 4 p.m. We will actually be publishing a list of the Beaster Market vendors because originally we were tag teamed with the Handmade Market to do this when it was going to be the live version. And so we are still actually going to promote those vendors. And if you shop with any of them between now and this weekend for the event, and you can just like show us a screenshot or something of a receipt that you bought from one of the Beaster Market vendors, your item will become enchanted and you can use it in game or on the other side of the hedge in our Easter egg hunt for what benefits it may confer.
Another thing, the other thing is about 2 hours before every live stream, if you guys would like, you can sit with me in our Discord and help find your face side. And
Yes.
so I'll be there between 5 and 7 every Wednesday.
Thank you for reiterating that. So please do come and join us. There's not any fees or anything like that. The more the merrier, and we are looking forward to this. Will be our first online get together like this. So should be exciting and good times.
An online shenanigan.
An online shenanigan. So, all right.
Online again.
I think if it's virtual, it should be malarkey.
You know what? This is your fault, Count. You're derailing the conversation again, and then you're going to complain about it. So I'm just pushing the button. Push the big red button. Goodbye. Yes, we'll see you guys.